To this computer. There we go. And the first thing I'm going to do is share our screen. So we're going to get started because, like I said, there's so much to this one. This is in my way. Let's see if I can move it. Okay, so here we go. So we are, this is our Direct to Bounce series. We are in week 2. And of course, the first thing you want to do is to achieve a full calendar because quite frankly, it's pretty hard to be able to recruit new people if you don't see new people. So it's a good thing that you get out and about. And I want to tell you something. Don't ever prejudge. I did an event this past weekend. It was a Friday and Saturday event. It was in a 55 or older community, and I do shows in that community, live cooking shows. And I'm not kidding. Every single time I walk in the door, the first thing I get from people is, "I didn't even bring my checkbook. I don't cook anymore." I get it all the time from the elderly. And quite frankly, you know, for those of you who know me well, I'm 68 years old, and I can't honestly say that I cook the way I used to. Anyway, what happened is I ended up getting 3 bookings and 2 strong recruit leads. So you can never prejudge or don't be afraid to ask. So the important thing is to always just ask. There is business everywhere. So let's just, girls, can you either unmute yourselves and just for one quick minute, share about what's been going on with you this week, this month. Elena, can you put in the chat? Because I know you had one phenomenal show. How did you ever do that? I can't see the chat when I'm on sharing. So, Elena, hopefully you can type that in. I can't see what you're typing. Pam, I'm not sure what you've done this week, this month in your business.
Currently have a party that is closing tonight. It's at $644.
Nice.
I have my first in-home party the 26th. So I'm a little nervous about that, but I'm looking forward to it.
What do you got? Do you know what you're doing?
We are doing the chocolate and wine.
Oh.
Having some wine and some meats and cheese. I'm planning on setting up a selfie area using like a cutout frame or taking an old picture frame. They can do a little selfie area, and I can use that to post on my business page.
Oh my gosh, what a great idea.
And I actually got a host already from the party. I haven't closed yet, so she's scheduled for November the 4th. And I've reached out to a few people about either hosting their party from past parties or consulting with me.
Very nice. Well, good luck. If you have any, just let us know. Post when you do it and let us know how you did with it. I love the idea of the picture thing. That's a great idea, especially to put on your business page afterwards. And don't forget to ask your host 5 times if she wants to join your team. Okay. Elena, I finally got to see this. I had a booking from a very slow party. She's a lady with many friends. It was the perfect party. She did everything right. 40 guests and she was present. And really and truly, that's what is important, is to have 30 to 40 guests and to make sure that your host is important. Okay, so this is in August and September, so please forgive it. We all know I'm not technically savvy, so I wasn't quite sure how to change this. So obviously what I want to know is what you're doing for October and November. Did anybody do a power hour? Now, I'm not a fan of the power hour. I am a fan of a power 15 minutes. I firmly believe that for those of you who know me, you know I have this little timer right here, and it's set for 15 minutes. And I know ahead of time who I'm going to call in those 15 minutes. But the great thing is when those 15 minutes are done, I feel great about it and I can move on. Sometimes I get really excited because I booked a party and I just keep going. But the point is I'll do 15 minutes, maybe 15 minutes at 9 o'clock and maybe 15 minutes at your lunch hour, maybe 15 minutes on your way home from work, or 15 minutes in the evening. You've then got your power hour, but you're not trying to do it all at one time. So remember to maintain your logs, your contacts. I have books everywhere. I have one book with all of my consultants in it. And today I reached out to all of the new consultants. I either sent cards or I messaged them, and I wrote that down. And I have another one with mine broken up by months. In the month of October, every single day who I call, whether they're booking leads or recruiting leads. That way you can see how many you need to talk to. If you want to call 15, you'll be lucky if you talk to 5. I'm afraid that we live in a world that no one answers their phone. So a lot of times people are better off just texting. Apparently that gets a better message, a better response than the phone call, because nobody answers their phone anymore. So offer both opportunities to everybody, whether you're offering them to host, whether it's a cooking show, a virtual show, catalog, fundraiser, or the business. I got a lead from Pampered Chef yesterday when I was gone. I called her this morning. It was a lead about booking a party, and she informed me that her house had burnt down to the ground. Everything was gone, and she missed her Pampered Chef products, and she wants to host a party because there's so many things that she wanted to get. I immediately said to her, oh my gosh, wouldn't you love to join Pampered Chef this month? You can join for $199, get $1,100 in product, and we'll do your grand opening show together, and you'll be the consultant. So remember to offer, listen to what people have to say, and when you listen to what they have to say, then go from there, whether they're going to do a show or they're going to do, if they want to join your business. One of the things I get a lot of times is I don't have any friends. Well, that's kind of when I swing into a virtual party. Well, maybe you don't have any friends nearby, but do you have friends in California or New York? Or, how many people are on your Facebook page and how many people are in your phone contacts? So don't ever say, I don't have any friends. Hi, Miss Kimberly. So are you making 3 contacts a day? When I first joined Pampered Chef, they always talked about the 3-2-1, which they still talk about. 3 contacts a day, 2 shows a week, and 1 recruit a month. So that means if you contact 3 people a day, 5 days a week, you've got 780 new contacts in a year. How many would love to have 780 new contacts in a year? Wouldn't that be cool? Absolutely, yay. 1 out of every 10 of those contacts are going to say yes. That means you'd end up with 78 new shows a year. Well, I could do 78 new shows a year. And out of those 78 new shows, your average is $500. That's $39,000 in sales, $39,000 toward incentive points, $10,000 in commission, and think of the bookings you can get from those shows. So your 3-2-1 plan, 3 contacts a day, 2 shows a week, and 1 recruit a month. I promise you success. Bookings are the heart of our business. It all goes back to bookings. I don't care if you're virtual or if you do live cooking shows, if you do just catalog shows, it all goes back to bookings. So let's go fishing for our bookings. Where do you go fishing? Where do you get these bookings? I don't know. Have you all listened to the training that Cindy Sturridge did called Zero to Hero? If you haven't listened to that, do a search in our team page, because I did record it. I think Kimberly probably listened to it, and I know Elena did. Pamela, if you have not listened to it, or if anybody gets on this call, you want to do a search for Zero to Hero and listen to what Cindy has to say. She's an amazing woman with great ideas, okay? Find bookings out. Go everywhere. Don't be afraid to ask. I go to the grocery store. I must admit, I'm not quite brave enough to go to the grocery store with my apron on. That is not going to happen. That is not me, okay? What is me is to go to always have my logo on, always have my PC gear on, absolutely all the time. And I will be in the produce aisle with my little Season's Best, and I'll be playing around with avocados, and I say to them, oh my gosh, I might talk to the person next to me, and I say, I'm a Pampered Chef consultant, and I have a party this evening, and I have to choose an avocado. Quite frankly, I hate avocados, so I've never, ever cooked with one. Can you tell me which one is the kind that I need? Do I need this green one? Do I need this black one? And I've opened for business. Does it make sense? Doesn't matter where you go, wear that PC gear. Ask everyone. Oh, look at that. Top right into PC gear. We have amazing PC gear. I love our new company that we deal with right now. Their little t-shirts are not that expensive at all, so it's great to just wear one. Okay, I recently got one of these for my new Camaro, because it seems like every time I finally put my logo on the car, I switch off my Camaro, and I need to get a new one. So I got one made locally. So you can do that, because I'm not sure if our new PC gear is making these. So you can check that out local. But I got to tell you, I was at Cracker Barrel the other day. The guy stopped me. He says, I have a question for you. I'm like, yes. He said, what is the Pampered Chef? And I explained to him what it was. And he said, oh, and he works with teens in flight and down here in Florida, that is a way to help teenagers learn how to fly. And he asked me if I would be willing to do a fundraiser. Ha! Hello, absolutely. Then he asked me if I'd be willing to be his Pampered Chef and cook for him and his wife. No, that's not gonna happen. No. So again, where do you go? You want to go to the grocery store. Elena goes to the post office, and I went to the post office shortly after she joined Pampered Chef, and I was sending out some catalogs, and I said to the woman, oh, I sell Pampered Chef, and I'm sending out catalogs. She says, oh, this girl came in the other day, and she talked to every one of us about booking a party. She stood there and said, I'm Elena with Pampered Chef, and would you like to book a party with me? I think she got at least 4 parties from that. So ask everybody, the bank, the car wash, the gas station, your hairstylist, your pedicure, your manicure. Always have that catalog with you. Always be open for business. Okay. How many of you go through the drive-through? I do not go through the drive-through. Well, except the bank, but I usually send my husband to the bank. But I always try to go in and the regular checkout because I want to talk to people. I always try and go to somebody who's really good, who's really friendly. And I say to them, oh my gosh, you did such a great job. I'd love to have you on my team. How about this? When you're in when you go to the restaurant and you give them back your check, do you put a little either opportunity brochure or a little of the mini catalog? Do you say to them, oh my gosh, you gave amazing service and I appreciate all you do. Have you ever thought about direct sales? I would love to have you on my team. You would be phenomenal. Okay. You want to carry your door prize slips. Always be ready for your 30-second commercial. And let me tell you something about your 30-second commercial. It's a 30-second commercial. I literally dropped out of 2 networking groups because their 30-second commercials ended up being 10 minutes. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Jesus Christ and I love everything about religion. But when I'm at a networking group and a gentleman stands up and talks about the Lord and going on and on for 20 minutes, that's not what we're there for. Okay. My 30 seconds commercials. Hi, I'm Kathy Delphonse with the Pampered Chef. I've been with Pampered Chef for 10 years and I have to tell you, it changed my life. We're the store that comes to your door and I can teach you how to be a chef in 30 minutes. Would you like to hear more about it? Let's talk. That's not even 30 seconds, guys. People will love you. Okay. How about your workplace? I remember when I started at NASCAR, my first thought was, oh, fresh blood. How sad is that? I didn't care about NASCAR. I only cared about the new people I was going to meet. So that make sure everybody knows you're a Pampered Chef consultant. Always carry a second day I worked at NASCAR, I brought brownie bites with me. My daughter laughed at me. But I have to tell you, when they started interviewing for new people, they asked every single person they hired, do you cook? Because our person that's leaving is a Pampered Chef consultant and she cooks for us all the time. So remember, make sure everybody knows you're a Pampered Chef consultant. Guys, I'm going to go through this quickly because there's like about 40 screens on this and you can go back and check it out. Doctor, dentist, veterinarians, hospitals. You can go anywhere. My dentist, my hygienist, she's been in my cooking club now for 3 years. Okay. The church or the synagogue, I have to say that I do not, when I'm in church in the morning, that is just not something that I push a lot, although I do have some of my customers that are with my church, so they need to come to me. I'm just a little uncomfortable about that. That's my opinion. Sporting events, man, if your kids are in soccer, oh my gosh, when Kaylin was in soccer, I always had my PC chair and my PC cooler, and everybody always knew. When I walked into the gym the other day, they said to me, oh, you're the PC consultant, the Pampered Chef consultant. Again, always wear your gear. If you're going to go to local yard sales, look for vintage PC items and just get a chance to talk to people. Hold your own garage sale. Facebook community garage sales. And again, it all depends upon where you live and your community. But I'm just saying that you can get out there for everything. Booths at the fair. Now, events, that is a big thing I'm a firm believer in. When you go to an event, the Chamber of Commerce, check out your local newspapers. Did you all see the little video that Margot did about events? And again, if you didn't, go back and check it out. Margot is the event queen. She does events all the time. I've done events the last 2 weekends in a row. I've gotten 1 recruit so far. I've gotten at least 3 bookings, and I've done $800 in sales. So that's something that I would not have had this month without the events. So you definitely want to do events. And again, I'm not going to talk more about events because there's so much in this training, but go back and find Margot for event training. The most important thing is you want to be in front of your booth. You don't want to be sit down reading a book. You don't want to be on your phone. You don't want to be playing on Facebook. You want to be there to meet people. Hi, are you familiar with the Pampered Chef? I'm telling you right now that 9 out of 10 people are going to say one of 2 things. Oh my God, I love the Pampered Chef, or I've had my products forever. And trust me when I tell you that. I told you I was with a 55 or older community this weekend, and that's what I got. But I had this 84-year-old lady. She says to me, I still cook. What have you got for me? So talk to everybody. And the most important thing is to focus on getting leads. It's not about selling, okay? It's about getting leads. So I got some serious leads at this event over the weekend. This is a great setup. And you can see, where again, this is an older one because we now have our beautiful Tiffany blue tablecloth, which is phenomenal. And of course, a lot of new products since then. I honestly, I'm not comfortable taking my quick cooker and my blended to an outdoor event because it's so dusty and dirty, but I bring a lot of other stuff that people can see and they can look at it in the catalog. Realtor gifts, that's a big thing. If you have a realtor that's a friend of yours, ask them if they give gifts. They give $100 gifts. Why can't they be given $100 Pampered Chef products and your information? Okay. Look for new neighbors. Do you know your neighbor? I've lived here for 15 years. The gentleman across the street, him and his wife are Russian. I talk to them. I know them. I'm telling you, I do not know their name. It's not Igor, so I cannot pronounce their name. And I'm so apologize. I mean, they're great. They're great people. We talk all the time. I just can't pronounce their name. The people on the other side of me, I do not know who they are. Shame on me. Get out there and get to know your neighbors. Okay. When I first moved here to Palm Coast, I had an ice cream social. So one of these days, I'm really going to get up the courage to do an afternoon buffet and invite my neighbors. I'm working on getting the courage to do that. So if you think as you become a director with Pampered Chef, you have all the courage in the world, not necessarily, but I will someday step out of my comfort zone as far as that goes. Okay, landing the big fish. I want to tell you something about wedding showers. If you can check out local engagements, you can troll Facebook if you want to. If you do a bridal event, the problem with a bridal event is, number one, it's usually very, very expensive to get into. They usually run about $150 to get into a bridal event. That's a lot of money to spend on an event. And here's the other thing. Most of the brides that are coming to the bridal event, their wedding is about a year off. So just be aware of that when you book. But you can definitely, again, it says right here, approach it with caution because it is very pricey. But talk about it at your parties. If there's somebody there that's got a beautiful big engagement ring, and talk to them, because bridal showers is when it's so good for the bride if they have a bridal shower, because not only do people buy them gifts, but they also get the host benefits. So they're like double dipping. So definitely talk up the gift registry. Oops. Fundraisers. Again, we talked about fundraisers. We do the Help with Cancer this month. We do the Feeding America. Joanne Wilhelm on our upline. Joanne does at least 2 fundraisers every month, and most of her fundraisers are over $1,000. And real quick, I want to tell you how she does it. So say, for example, you're doing a fundraiser for a local soccer team, and there's 12 girls on the soccer team. So she's going to give each one of the parents of those 12 girls a catalog and tell them that they have to bring in 2 orders, just like Girl Scout cookies. Okay, so if you've got 12 people that are bringing in 2 orders, you've now got 24 orders on your Facebook, on your fundraiser. Isn't that a great idea? I don't think a lot of people do that. A lot of times they'll just hold a party and not make people accountable to bring in orders. Again, so you're talking about food banks. I recently did one to help feed our local food bank. It was a mystery hostess, so I gave away the benefits, and we got, I want to say, 6 boxes of food, which is terrific. So fundraisers are terrific, okay? Let's go back to your launch list. Friends, neighbors, relatives, gift card, holiday card list. Anybody still send Christmas cards besides me? I send them all the time. I make my own. And when I joined Pampered Chef, I went to the people on my holiday list, and I got bookings from at least 5 people on my gift, on my Christmas card list. Okay. Digital contacts, your phone favorites. Don't tell me you don't have friends. You may be uncomfortable reaching out to those friends, but you have them. I have a chicken list. I think I've talked about this before. My chicken list is people I'm afraid to ask. My very first party, when I first joined 10 years ago, my daughter said to me, Mom, did you ask Lori? Lori's my best friend. I said, no. She said, why not? I said, I just don't think, I'm uncomfortable asking my best friend. My daughter was my recruiter. Really, Ma, get a grip. I asked Lori. Lori booked the party for me. And for the first 5 years, that was the best party I held. So check out your chicken list. Who are you afraid to ask? And go ahead and ask them. Folks, all they can do is say no. That's it. So here's your Frank's list. Friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids contact, and significant other contact. So you know what? Get your husband involved. Or your significant other. I told my husband if he didn't start getting me shows, he was not going to be going to my trips with me. He got me shows real fast. And here's just a little script. Hi, this is Kathy with Pampered Chef. I'm super excited. There's such incredible things going on in our company right now, and I thought of you because, okay? The other thing, I'm super excited to have just joined the Pampered Chef, and I'm really looking forward to building my business. Would you be willing to help me practice? There's so much script out there. It's also in our Be Awesome. The scripts are out there, so go ahead and take screenshots of this. But again, it will be there for you. Whoops. If you get a no, can I call you back? You know, if it's not a good time, can I call you back in an hour? Would tomorrow be better? Does it mean no, not now, or no, not ever? Okay. If it's a yes, I'm doing a theme party. Offer them fajitas and margaritas. Offer them healthy in a hurry. Oh my gosh, with our new blender. So I'm doing a show Tuesday night, and I'm doing that power party. Have you guys seen the power party? So I'm doing chicken cacciatore in my quick cooker. I'm using my rock crock to make the pasta in the microwave, and I'm doing my blender to do the red pepper and walnut dip. I'm not making a dessert. That to me is too much. That's my opinion. You know what they say about opinions. They like belly buttons. Everybody has one. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I'll let you guys know how that works out. Okay. Fishing in the barrel. Plant booking seeds everywhere throughout your show. When you pull up the manual food processor, and the manual food processor is $60. Oh my gosh, this is just so amazing. Don't you love it? You know what? If your wish list is too big, if you book your own party, you can get it at 60% off. You can get it for free, maybe. You also want to put, when you close your party, it's super important before you look at that sales slip. Guys, it's not about the sales. It's about building a relationship. We are building a relationship business. Did you have a good time? This was the first time you went to a party. What did you think about it? What was your favorite product? I noticed that you loved the Pampered Chef products. Oh my gosh, the stoneware. Have you seen the new serving platter? You want to build a relationship at the checkout. So after you've asked them, I always laugh when they tell us to ask us if we've had a good time. What are they going to say? No. I'm pretty sure in 1,100 shows, no one's ever told me no, they didn't have a good time. So close with confidence. check out with these people and chat with them. If they were talking about, if you're listening now, and somebody was talking about losing their job, or they would really love to have all that product, then you want to ask them, you were terrific. You knew so much about the product. Have you ever thought about what Pampered Chef could do for you? Try not to ask them a question that's a yes or no answer, which is exactly what the thing was I just said to you. So how about say to them, you know what? Don't you think that you could, no, that's not a yes or no answer. Sorry, I'm having a brain freeze here. The important thing is you want to try and ask them a question that's not a yes or no answer, okay? Because then you can build more on it. But it's really important that you talk to them about booking a party or joining the opportunity business before you look at that sales slip, okay? Thank your hostess. When you first start your party, you want to start by saying thank you to your hostess. I always give a little season's best. Sometimes you give guest introductions. It depends on how big the party is. Tell my story. Again, it's a 30-second elevator speech. Don't vomit Pampered Chef. Don't give them too much information, because you want to plant seeds during the show to give them that information, okay? Station style, I know Mary absolutely loves the station style. Your virtual parties, you guys are terrific with your virtual parties. I am a cooking show person. I absolutely love doing cooking shows. I oftentimes will bring someone up to help me to try out the manual food processor, to try out the food chopper. So it all depends upon what kind of a show you simply like to do. And then do you all have the booking slide that you can use? So it talks about the benefits of hosting. Oh my gosh, did you know you can get 10% off for a year? Holy smokes, you see Sally over there? We did a party with Sally last month. Do you know she got $300 in free products and 3 half-price items and 160% off? And on top of that, she's got 10% off for a whole year. Would you like to have that too? We can do that together. Make sure they fill out the door price slips. Tell them, work them through that door price slip step by step. Promise them no one's ever taken a restraining order out against you. You're not going to harass them. You just want them to be on, to get your newsletters. And if you are interested in the business opportunity, let's set up a time to chat. If you want to book a party, let's do it now. Oops. Here's just some of the words to say, and I've already told you that. You seem to really fall in love with the Everyday Rock Crock. I'd love to get you one for free. My average host earns, etc., etc. Again, guys, take a screenshot of this, because there's still so much left in this to offer you, and we're already at a half hour here. So I have 2 openings right now. So here's the thing. Hang on. If someone says to you, well, and I'm not exactly sure, I usually say to them, well, let me ask you something. What's better for you, a weekday or a weekend? And if they say a weekday, then I will say to them, well, I have the end of this month, I have Thursday and Friday available. And if October's not good for you, let's look at November. I have November 5th and 6th, a Tuesday and a Wednesday. Perfectly honest, those are the best days of the week. By the way, every day is the best day of the week, okay? Weekends, you prefer weekends? That's terrific. I have Saturday, November 7th at 2 o'clock or at 7 p.m. You don't want to get toward the end of November, that's Thanksgiving. People are busy, okay? So don't just say, well, let them, a lot of times they're going to go with, let me think about it. You want to ask them what's best for them. Let me pencil in a date. If it doesn't work, we can always change it. Okay, so 2 bookings from every party. I'm sure you've heard this a dozen times. If you only do 1 show, it's only going to replace what you're doing. You need 1 show to replace it and 1 show to make it grow. In a cooking show, you need a catalog or a virtual, whatever's best for you. But you need to get 2 bookings from every show. What's that mantra? I'm not through till I book 2, okay? And this real quick, I'm sure you guys have heard this before. So let's just go through this really, really quick. If you book 1 party, you know what happens with 6 parties? You get 2 cancellations. 4 parties are held. So you've got 4 parties held with 1 booking, and you've got 4 new parties. Terrific. But now you're going down to month 2. You've got 4 parties dated. 2 of them are canceling. Now you've got only 2 parties held. From those 2 parties, you've got 1 booking, and you've only got 2 new parties. In the month of 3, you now have 0. These are the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. This is a fact. It happens. If you're doing virtual parties and you book 4, 1 will drop, 1 will flop, and 2 will pop. That's the way it goes. Don't feel bad. Don't be upset about it. Just realize that's going to happen and move on. So if you do 6 and 2 cancel, okay, you've got 4 parties, but on those 4 parties, you've got 2 bookings. So now you're at 8 parties. Okay. Again, month 2, you got 8, 2 canceled, 6 held. From the 6, you got 2. Now you're at 12, etc., etc. Fact of the matter is, on month 4, you now have 32 parties, and your November and your December and your January are booked. And oh, by the way, November and December are the free-for-alls. Wouldn't you love to walk away with November and December already booked and earning all the new spring product, which of course is going to be phenomenal. It always is. The strategy for getting 2 bookings: effective host coaching. Gosh, you haven't heard anything about host coaching before, have we? How many times have we talked about host coaching? Always be on time if you're doing a live show. Always be clean and presentable. Guys, you are the chief executive officer of your own business. You need to look like it and act like it. The door prize slipped. You want to use high price items. You want to use the pressure cooker. You want to use the blender, because when somebody absolutely falls in love with it, that's when you let them know, you know what? You can get this next month at 60% off. Let's book a party. Full service checkout. Again, always talk about booking, if that's where you want to be, or recruiting, whichever area you really want to focus on, and always know your next available dates and use booking tools. And again, your manual, your quick cooker and your blender right now are the best booking tools you could possibly do. And remember, the month of November, when your party qualifies, you can get any one item in the catalog at 60% off. But here's the thing, guys, leaders don't work to minimum. So don't just say, oh, when your party reaches $200, because what you're doing is you're setting them up that they're only going to have a $2 party, a $200 party. Say to them, you know what? When you get a $500 party, you get 3 half-price items, $90 free, and 1 at 60% off. So effective host coaching, again, it's all about the strategy. You Google surveys for those of you who are virtual. You want to focus on the high-priced products. Full service checkout, it's no different. You still want to do full service checkout. If you've got somebody who has been a rock star guest, you want to message those people. You want to message each one of them and thank them for being so amazing. And wouldn't they like to get the quick cooker at 60% off? And we are executive bound, guys. Keep calm, because we are the best team ever. And we are this close to being executive team again, so that we can get all of the great benefits that go with executive. So this week's call to action. By the way, did you guys all do your homework last week? Did you get, Kimberly, I'm not sure if you have anybody in the group that is working. I know that I received 2 of the 90-day plan. So if you haven't done your 90-day plan, please go ahead and get that to me. If you're not, Elena, you would be getting it to Margot, not to me. So you just want to get that out there. You want to get your homework done. So this week, your mini catalog, either give away 10 or mail them. But don't just give them away. Here's what happens when you give a mini catalog away, when you just give it away. Do I have one here? I probably don't. When you hand somebody a mini catalog and you say, here's my contact information, you know what that's like saying? Here, can you throw this away for me? That's all it is. you want to get their contact information. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest and say when I'm in the grocery store, I am uncomfortable asking for people contact information because, quite frankly, if somebody came up to me in the grocery store and asked me for my email, that is not happening, friend. That's just my opinion. But if I'm someplace where I've really talked to them, really got to know them, especially at an event, get that contact information. I got 10 new contacts, really good contacts at the event I did. I have already put each one of them into my website. I've already checked off where they're going to get our emails. And for the ones that were booking parties, that want to book parties, I've already reached out to them. To the 2 recruit leads, I've already sent them the link to joining my team. So please get that contact information. Remember, 15 contacts this week outside of your shows. And I'm not sure what that is. This one here, I don't have that. So what I want to, again, I told you this was last year's. What I want you to listen to is Zero to Hero with Cindy Sturtrich, okay? And I also posted this morning on our Facebook page a coffee talk. You want to listen to that. So keep your eye on the goal, guys. You can be the director this month, and you'll be getting the new fall products for free. You will be getting 250 Pampered Chef dollars. I think they still do that. You will be getting an increase on your commission. Instead of 2%, you'll be getting 3%. There's so many amazing, oh gosh, my husband just walked in the door and scared me to death. So many amazing benefits. So keep your eye on the goal. I want to see a whole bunch of new directors next month. And with that, let's see, 90 days to sell recruit. This is for those of you who are new. You can promote to director. You can fast track. There's just so, again, wrong date here. I should have deleted this one. I'm going to stop sharing this. Okay, guys, that I think is pretty much everybody. So if you have any questions before I hang up, girls, any questions? Anything? Pamela? Kimberly? I know that Elena can't necessarily pop on because, like I said, she's in Romania. No questions? All right, with that, I am signing off. I'm going to end this recording. I'm going to get ready to go see Carrie Underwood. Bye, Miss Kimberly. Bye, Pam. Thanks for joining us. Elena, I look forward to seeing you soon. All right, guys, have a great day.